Oh,
Hey, house
hola.
guests. Welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 11. Oh, Big Brother Canada 11 digital daily updates.
We got a cat down here because Bowie's outside, so maybe
Lammy is
she'll
on the prowl.
show up over here somewhere.
Lamb chop. Oh,
Chop
I'm so
chop.
distracted now. I just want to hang out
I
with her.
know.
So yeah, our house guests of the day are Holly Noel and Randy Westgard. Thank you both so much for the support.
Mhm.
We could not do this without you, and we appreciate it
Preach.
so much. So thank you again.
Sorry, my hair is a hot ass mess.
Well, if
today.
you want to see more of that and you want to be house guest of the day, check out our Patreon link in the info box below. It's only $1 for a holla.
Wow.
Yeah. So first things first, happy spring.
Yeah.
Next thing, we were waiting around all freaking day for this digital daily, and then I was supposed to go home a while ago.
You were actually getting ready to go home.
I was probably gonna leave at 6, and then
Right.
when my laundry was done, but then the digital daily popped up at whatever time it did, and I was like, oh my god, it was only an hour and 10 minutes today.
So it was doable.
It was.
Otherwise, we would have put it on yesterday's, but
You mean tomorrow's?
yes. I don't even know what's going on.
It was the whole
anymore.
thing. We didn't have our post lunch snack. I'm feeling faint.
Some type of way.
But let's talk about where we left off the other day. So Dan is the HOH, and nobody seemed to know what Dan was planning to do this week. For nominations.
Dan seems like such a wild card.
I don't think he knows that much about this game. But everyone was suspecting, and some people were even hoping that Dan would just do Zach's bidding this week.
Yeah.
Lame.
I mean, are they right?
Well, Dan did pick Zach to go on the Wendy's date with him. So I'm sure in that Wendy's date, he was already like, this is what you need to do, blah, 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 blah.
I'm sure
blah,
he
blah,
really
blah.
hammered away.
Yeah, working his magic, his senior vice president magic. But anyway, Hope was kind of throwing a curveball.
Mm-hmm.
He was taking matters into his own hands. Hope was saying that he wants Dan to put him up on the block and send him home this week.
Because he's a loser.
It did seem like the
Sore
reason
loser.
he wanted to do this, he was saying, oh, this game is too hard. Because he kept complaining about how he put so much into that HOH competition and he lost.
Yeah.
Everybody was working hard, or I think. So
maybe. I don't know.
A lot of people were working hard. But yeah, I guess he's just such an athlete that he takes every loss so hard. But you gotta get over it. This is Big Brother. This is not basketball.
This is not a sport.
Yeah, so Renee was trying to calm him down because those two are working together very closely and telling him stop being so emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Lammy.
I know. Come here, Lammy.
All right. So now let's talk about today's.
Nope, she said, I won't let you pick me up. Right
no.
now.
Let's talk about today's digital daily. It's covering yesterday, a small portion of yesterday, which was day 16 in the house. And by this point, nominations had already happened. The power veto competition had already happened, but not the ceremony.
Right.
All right. So there was a bunch of BS in the beginning, blah, blah, blah. People making breakfast, whatever. Who cares?
You
so
want
then
eggs? I don't eat bacon.
Yeah. It seemed like Hope was in much better spirits.
He was dancing around. He was doing this choreographed thing with Koozie.
Yeah, he looked pretty
go like this.
Pretty comfortable. I mean, before he was like, I don't feel like I fit in here, blah, blah, blah. But
let me fake make out with you underneath the sheet.
He was really, cutting it up and having a good time.
Yeah, he was having a great time.
So he was talking about the POV competition at one point. What was that, with Jonathan, I think?
Was it with Jonathan?
I don't know, kind of talking about how it all went down. And I don't believe Hope won this. I'm pretty sure Zach won. But Hope was saying, oh, this POV was some sort of a puzzle. It wasn't one of the physical challenges they've been having lately.
Yeah.
But Hope says he's very excited
for the
play
HOH.
In the next
he's
HOH
fired up. He wants to win it. Jonathan says it's your time, maybe.
So I guess he doesn't want to leave anymore.
It's like summer camp.
He's crying when he got there, and then he's crying at the end because he doesn't want to leave.
Exactly.
I had a feeling he wasn't serious about leaving. I feel like this was
I think he was just looking for a little stroking,
Yeah, what I mean? Oh, you're such an amazing athlete, Hope.
It's okay that you lost. It's not all about that.
I don't know. But anyway, we had a lot of Santina in this digital daily today.
And it was a lot of sad sack Santina, just like, oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I guess she's having some issues now because she pulled a backdoor in week 1 and it's making people think like, can I trust this person?
she doesn't want a backdoor anymore.
Well, let's move back a little bit. So Santina is talking to Kuzi in the library, and Santina's like, it's not fair if everyone's just playing Zach's game. People are just going along with what he wants. And Kuzi's like, yeah, I feel the same. But she's torn right now because she doesn't want to play a house game. She wants to play her own game. But she's also nervous to go against the house, right? Because if you stick your neck out like that and nobody else is on board, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So she's not really sure.
Standing alone.
Yeah, she's not really sure what to do about that. But it seems like Santina is trying to build up some resistance against Zach, which is a little bit not great timing if it is in fact true that Zach won the power of veto and that Zach has Dan's ear. Why are you trying to cause waves
more than Dan's
right now?
ear? He's got lots of other parts.
What? What are you talking about?
He's pulling the strings.
All right.
Not just his ear.
All right. You made it sound like Wiener, and I was like, what? So
I don't know.
All right, let's not go there. So Santina says she really wants to play this game with Kuzi. She likes talking to her. She feels like she's so genuine. She compares Kuzi to Jonathan in their genuineness. And Santina
also not genuine.
I mean, I feel like he's good at least like seeming genuine. I don't know. I haven't seen anything
really
to go against that yet.
There's no guys alliance?
Well, I mean, I feel like Jonathan's like on the outskirts of the guys alliance though, as it is.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Santina's
He's not one of the number one guys in the group.
No. Santina is pushing that she does not want to be sneaky in this game. She doesn't want to like backdoor people.
Because she wants to give people a chance to fight. She wants to fight. She wouldn't want to be backdoored. Isn't that funny?
I think
she already backdoored someone.
JM would have something to say about that. So then we see Santina chatting with Jonathan. And this was kind of similar to her conversation with Kuzi. Like, I want to work with you. You're so genuine, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to backdoor someone. I'm really curious what Jonathan was actually thinking during this conversation that he wasn't saying out loud. Because he was telling Santina, oh, it's not about how you start. It's how you finish, blah, blah, blah.
What is this, a piano recital?
I don't know. He's saying we can build something. And then Jonathan like seemingly brings up out of nowhere, like, so I know a lot of people are saying this, but like there's no guys alliance. There's no guys group. There's been some talk about it, but
hey, you want to have a kitchen party?
He said he's not about that life. He doesn't want to be working in some guys alliance.
Come on, Jonathan.
I mean, I think he would probably actually agree with that to a certain degree, but I think when it's presented to him on a silver platter, he's not going to just push it away.
Maybe he's kind of distancing himself from the guys group right now too, because he sees that it's freaking falling apart and he doesn't want to go down with the ship.
Yeah. It's just funny to me too, because I feel like this is the second time that I've seen him be like, there's no guys alliance.
Yeah.
It's very sus when you just bring it up like that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, Santina knows there is.
Yeah. So she thinks she's part of it. So
exactly.
Then Santina and Ty Maintenance have a chat over a game of pool.
Because Ty tells her she's part of the guys. She says, you're one of the guys. You're one of the guys.
That's a red flag.
You got a wiener.
Red flag. Okay, so I felt like we finally got like some information during this chat, but still not like 100% confirmation on things. So Santina is kind of complaining to Ty, like, oh, Zach is really hard to talk to.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Why is this all coming up now? Like, I feel like there's a lot of rehashing of her decision last week. She's like, I don't know if it was the right move to take out JM, blah, blah, blah. So, of course, Ty is telling her, like, no, it was the right move.
Right.
We had to take out JM. So Ty is trying to defend Zach here and saying Zach has our best interests in mind. He's just like really focused on the game.
Zach is our leader. He has our best interests in mind.
That's what it feels like.
Do what Zach says. Soylent Green is people.
Lammy, come here. So Ty is explaining to Santina that the issues in their group started when Rob started saying that he couldn't trust Zach anymore. And he says that's detrimental to our group. That is sowing seeds of distrust or whatever. Like, it's not a good look. So then Santina's like, okay, cool. But like, how is Zach feeling about me right now?
Well, not so good.
Ty pulls a classic. He doesn't say this exactly, but he basically says he's not mad, but he's disappointed. He says, Zach.
I mean, you were talking smack all last week when you were like, hey, he
You mean like after it was said and done and JM was up on the block and campaigning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you used me, you brainwashed me, you hijacked my HOH.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think Zach's gonna feel about that?
Not good. So
not a good look.
Ty says that Zach is really hurt that you don't trust him, Santina. What is going on here? It sounds like something kind of blew up over the weekend.
Oh.
Yeah. So Ty says Zach thinks that Rob got in your ear about not trusting him. So
yes,
Santina,
it was Rob's fault. That's it.
Pin it on Rob. So Santina says, I want to do what's best for us. You know, our group. I'm okay with sending Rob out this week if that's what the plan is.
I'm a stone cold killer.
So
I'll get rid of Dan too next week.
Well, Ty's asking, like, would you be on board with Dan going next week? And he's trying to frame this as taking away a number from Zach. And I think that Ty is also getting a little bit nervous about Zach at this point. So he wants to, without targeting Zach, because he knows that for his
he wants to have somebody else do the dirty work.
Well, I'm just saying, he doesn't want to take out Zach yet.
No.
He wants to take out a number for Zach.
Target in front of everybody.
Right. So that's what he's explaining to Santina. Like, you can't take out Zach at this point. I know you're nervous about him, but like, he's working for us. He's a target in front of us. He's a shield. But how do you feel about Dan going next week? That's a pretty bold move when Dan is HOH and the veto ceremony has not yet happened. But Santina says, yeah, Dan is strong and it makes sense. Like, and she says she would target Dan if she won HOH.
Yes.
So she's still doing what that guy's group wants.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
So then Santina's like, all right, let's bring it back to this week. Is the house, like the whole house, on board with Rob going this week?
Ty says yes.
Yeah, he seems to think they are. He says even Shania, who has a crush, has feelings for Rob. She is not happy with him right now. We'll get to that in a moment.
Oh my God.
But
oh my God.
Yeah, Ty is also trying to tell Santina, if Rob goes, you'll be able to get back in with the girls, because right now he's like a buffer between you and
preventing
them.
He's a girl blocker.
I guess he's trying to say that like the girls see Santina as one of the guys, but if Rob is gone, then like she can
be a girl again.
Back with them? Like, I don't know. Sounds sketchy to me. It sounds like Ty is throwing everything he can at Santina to get her to be cool.
Getting rid of Rob.
With Rob going. And she says she's okay with it, but it doesn't
I don't know
really
why
seem
he's
like
trying that hard, because I think she does really not care about getting rid of him.
Really? Because I don't think she wants Rob to go.
Why?
Because she wants her boys to stay together.
They're not going to.
I don't know. I hope I didn't just touch your butt.
Not me.
I think it was her face. Okay. So anyway. Yeah, again, Ty was talking about how they can't be targeting Zach anytime soon because he is a shield for them. And he's like, if Zach goes, you're gonna be scrambling. So don't even think about it. Yeah. All right. So now let's get to
Notting Hill.
Something really awkward. Shania and Rob.
Notting Hill.
Shania and Rob are chatting in the flamingo room.
And she's all, I'm just a girl standing in front of a guy asking him to like me. And he's basically like,
yeah, this is the situation that Ty was referring to when he was talking to Santina. So Shania tells Rob, it's really driving me nuts that I don't know where you stand.
I don't often do this.
Like on a romantic level.
I'm not attracted to like a lot of people, but when I am,
but you have the tattoos, you look ill.
Little ill, not full ill. And
boy.
You excite me.
So she's laying it out there.
I have to know, do you feel the same about me?
She's letting him know that she has romantic feelings for him.
Sitting a bed apart from somebody while having this conversation should have been a huge red flag.
There's a lot of red flags.
Actually, having this conversation with somebody should have been a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Did she really think he would be like, yes, I'm in love with you?
I don't know. But Rob has other concerns on his mind as well, because something happened this weekend. He found out that he could be in trouble this week. I don't know if he's on the block currently or if he just feels like he's going to get backdoored.
I don't think so. I feel like he suspects that he is a backdoor target. Probably because Zach was probably like, hey, I'm going to get rid of you now.
Yeah. Well, Rob was like, I don't know how my name got dragged into things. I don't know who I can trust anymore. I feel like all the connections that I made aren't relevant anymore. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know who has my back. And
I'm really not that into you.
Oh, well, he tells Shania, I want to work with you in the game. I think we can have each other's backs, but I'm not sure how I feel about you on an emotional level.
I know we're going to be great friends. It's not you, it's me.
And he's like, I don't want to string you along just to like benefit my game.
You're attractive. You're a nice person, but
he says he appreciates her too much to do that to her.
Right.
So
to stay in the game.
Yikes. I mean, at least he's being honest with her, right? It would be so much worse if he wasn't.
He mentioned something like this last week to one of the other guys.
He was talking to one of the guys about it.
About her. Yeah.
So Shania's like, oof, I guess I'm gonna need to pull back from you a bit.
But I still have your back.
In the game.
In the game.
So Rob's like, that's totally fair. I understand. He's apologizing. Like, I feel like he handled it as well as he could have.
I mean, it's really hard.
We haven't seen what's been going on.
You have to rebuff somebody's advances.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen enough to know if he was like leading her on.
I mean, I'm sure he was flirty.
Blah blah blah.
I'm sure he was flirty, but like,
yeah, this was painful to watch.
It was really.
I feel so bad for Shania, but
it's tough.
Yeah, at least she knows now, right? So after that conversation, Shania goes and talks to some of the girls, lets them know that she got friend zoned. Oh no. And they're all like, you're amazing, blah, blah, blah.
She is, though. You know what?
She seems like a great person.
Yeah. I feel bad for her. I mean, I guess the only way you're ever going to find out is if you ask.
Yeah.
But like, I probably wouldn't have in that situation because I don't feel like he was reciprocating.
No.
From the little that I saw.
Yeah. And I mean, she saw that he was being flirty with Santina too. So.
Yeah, exactly. She was popping his zits.
All right. Well, anyway, I feel bad for Shania, but like, who got nominated? That's what I really want to know. I've heard.
I think Renee is on the block.
I'm pretty sure, like 99% sure that Renee is on the block, which is annoying to me because like, why? Also,
she's just a pawn.
She's, I think, pretty close to Dan, which makes me think that Zach again is calling the shots because Zach would want Renee on the block. So yeah, it seems like Renee is up there. And then it's not really clear who's next to her. I don't know if it's Rob or Hope. I'm leaning more towards Hope.
I'm feeling like it's not Hope though, because he was way too excited.
I don't know. I mean, he doesn't really care about the game that much, so I don't know.
I'm not sure who the other person is.
It seems like Zach won the power veto. Again, we're not 100%.
Maybe Dan put himself on the block.
Oh, I don't know.
There goes the cat.
So. Bowie. But yeah, who knows? Who knows? Because we haven't gotten 100% confirmation on like anything. Bowie, come here. But it would appear that Rob is emerging as the number one target this week, whether that's a backdoor or if he's already on the block. Here, take your cone.
Oh, thank you. There's no peanut butter in it, though.
And there's not?
No, there's only treats.
It's all treats. All right. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Come back for more tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get some more clarity, but that's not a guarantee.
Clearly the Digital Daily will go up like
earlier
at a good
tomorrow?
Time, like noon or something.
That would be nice, or even 11 earlier would be great. But
11 would be great, Canada.
It'd be great to get some solid
some info too,
here, so we don't have to wait
some
for
intel,
the episode. So.
Because we got basically next to nothing today.
Yeah, it was a rough one. That sad, not into you conversation. Well, thanks for watching.
Will it turn around like it did in Notting Hill?
I don't think so.
How long will you be in the game?
Indefinitely. But I don't think it's going to happen. No. So thank you all so much for being here. We appreciate you.
Sorry, this one was a poop, but that's what they gave us.
We have your back in the game. Maybe not romantically, but
yeah.
Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. So
thank you.
Until then, much love. Bye.
Oh, kitty.
Bye, everybody. Oh.
She said, "Oh, I'm out.
Oh, gotta go. Bye."